Then you have the cooling system. Main thing is too much heat can damage the engine. So the cooling system, the purpose is it lowers the heat level of an operating engine. Specifically, you want to check coolant levels daily during your pre-trip inspection. When the engine is cool, you want to follow the engine's manufacturer's requirements for filling it. You do not want to overfill the coolant tank because too much or too little coolant can actually damage the engine. And then you want to report all coolant leaks. Now, if coolant has to be added on a regular basis, then report it immediately. And then if you find a puddle during your pre-trip, do not operate the vehicle until the problem has been addressed or the issue has been resolved. And to note, do not open the radiator cap if the engine is hot because it's extremely dangerous and the hot engine coolant can actually splash and spray on you. And you do not want to have those type of burns or damages. Then you want to wait a few moments until the engine has cooled down by turning of the vehicle. So some things to keep in mind when you're checking the cooling system, you have the antifreeze. Now that lowers the freezing point of a water-based liquid and it increases its boiling point. Then you have the radiator. Now that gives off or eliminates excess heat, or it gives off extra heat from the engine and it helps cool the engine. Then you have water jackets. Now, water jackets are ports and channels that the coolant flows through the critical areas of the engine. For example, you got engine cylinders. Those are the things to keep in mind of and know how this plays a role in the coolant system. Then you have the electrical system. The electrical system serves many purposes. It's used to crank or start the engine and operate the vehicle's electric equipment, including light and accessories. Now, the four main parts or circuits are the charging circuit, the cranking circuit, the ignition circuit, and lighting and accessory. So the charging circuit produces electricity, it gives battery, it keeps the battery charged, and it runs the electrical circuits, such as the battery, the alternator, the generator, the AM meter, the voltmeter, and the voltage regulator. That is part of the charging circuit in your vehicle, the vehicle that you operate. You got the cranking circuit. Now that moves electricity from the battery to the starter motor by depressing the starter switch inside the vehicle. That is the cranking circuit. Whereas the engine circuit gives spark for each cylinder and igniting the fuel and air in the gasoline engine. It's like lighting match or lighting a lighter. So that's what that ignition does. It ignites or lightens up the actual engine. Now, an ignition circuit is not needed in a diesel engine. So that is something to keep in mind of. Then you have lighting and accessory. This provides electricity for the vehicle's light, horn, instrument lights, the windshield wipers, and due to risk of fire or breakdown, you want to report any electrical system problems immediately and as soon as possible. So it's important to really dissect and really know the basic functions of these parts and what is it connected to, how is it connected, what is the basic function of this, so you know what to look out for a certain defect or problem in your vehicle. Now, note, a major sign of a serious problem with the electric system is the lights on the vehicle becoming dim or a breaker or a fuse being blown out or tripped. So that is one of the major obvious signs that it's a serious problem of a defect for the electrical system. Hey, BET Trainer here. Listen, if you really had true value out of this video, go ahead and click that like button and share some honest comments about this video, because this is going to help other people as well see the video and get the value information, so that way they can be inspired by what you're doing right now as well. So also, if you want to get the latest updates, go ahead and click the subscribe button, so then you can be able to always be updated on the next instant video that will be put out. So again, go ahead and do that. And this video was sponsored by BET Life Services and CDL for Life.